Alrighty then. So let's do a little tutorial on how to make your magazine using iCloud.com. Just go to iCloud.com, sign in with what's called your Apple ID, if you have an Apple ID already, and then just click on the Pages icon here. You'll see a big plus sign, click that, click blank. That gives you a whole new blank document. And what you'll notice here is you have your document, and on the right you have what's called your inspector. And that's basically everything you need to design your magazine. So let's start off with whatever our cover photo is. And if you haven't seen my tutorial on image sizes, you should probably check that out. But we're going to insert a picture. So what you do is you go up here and you click a picture. Now, iCloud doesn't let you just like search right on iCloud. So we're going to choose an image. We're going to go to the desktop, and we'll probably just use our famous rat so we can have that on there. You can resize by grabbing the corner, but you can also resize and grab anyone. It doesn't change the perspective of the image. If you go to arrange, there's like a little, there's like a little checkbox over here that says constrain proportions. Basically what that means is it won't mess with your picture. So if you unclick that and come back, now what it'll do is it'll actually change what happens with the image. So you want to keep that either checked, but sometimes you want to uncheck that depending on what look you're going for. So I'm going to, let me click that because I want him to stay the same. Let's just pretend that that's what my picture is going to look like. So my magazine looks like that. Something else you want to do is some shapes. So we're going to try to put a banner at the top. That kind of makes it look a little magazine-y. Boom. And over here you can totally just click on this picture and it lets you pick whatever colors you want. So I'm just going to pick something that's like whatever, like that. Something else you can do is you can sort of get fancy, and you can make a border be like this. So I put that on top of there, and what you can do is go to arrange, and you can actually click this button over here which says just send that guy to the back. And when you click that button, it goes to the back, and now you have some kind of cool banner there. Let's change what it looks like though. So you go back to style, maybe you want a little darker color, maybe you want something that's black or gray. What did that do? I gave it a huge shadow or something. Let's see, I don't know what I did. Oh, I gave it a shadow. Ooh, I like the shadow. So let's give it like a cool shadow effect there. Maybe we don't want that to be so dark. So that's one way you can do that. And you can make this smaller too. That gives it a little bit of a cool graphic design look if you just want to like make like a tiny border of some kind. But it just depends what magazine you're trying to copy. So these are just tricks I'm showing you. You pick your text, and one thing I mentioned in class, but I don't know which class I mentioned, is you don't need to write the whole title. You can actually just write part of it and work with part of it. So if you come to the, let's say if we say 80, okay, and I want to look at some fonts that work for my rat magazine. And what's cool about iCloud is it has a lot more possibilities than Google Docs, which is cool. But here's something you could do. If you wanted the text to go back, you can totally put it behind stuff. You can bring it to the front. You can bring it backwards. So whatever you want to do there. So what I meant was, after you're done, here's a cool trick too. Now that's what happens if you try to make your font be a little too big in the box. So I'm going to make that smaller. But here's why I resized that text box to totally be, you notice that there's like space above rat. So what you want to do is you want to hit, I'll show you this button over here. Hold on. This puts it, whatever your text is, right in the middle of the box. So if you click that, hold on, let me highlight it. Click that, that puts it in the middle of the box. I don't think it did. Did it? I don't think it did. Center, middle, down, up. That didn't really work. Anyway, it works on regular iPages, but my whole point is if you move your text box around, you get all these like yellow lines. That tells you where the middle of the page is on your magazine. Oops. It also tells you where the middle of this cool banner is, but it doesn't seem like it's aligned so great, so you might have to do it with your eye. You can also use your arrow keys, and that gives you some more control of where your words go. Now, after you're totally done loving whatever your title is going to be, you can hit Command C, Command V, and that's copy paste, a quick version. But you notice these two crash, we talked about in class. So just go over here to Arrange, and text wrap, you want to say none, and that makes sure that they don't crash. And so I'm going to call this Life because it's Rat Life. And my magazine is almost ready to go. I'm going to put that icon now in the middle. Remember that icon I had? So I'm going to add another picture, choose image, go to desktop, pick my little thingamabob. But now there's a problem. If I wanted to stick this guy, first of all, let's make sure that it doesn't crash. The problem now is you can't erase backgrounds in the iCloud version. Let's see where the middle of the page is, right there. So probably the way around that is I'm going to hit style. I'm going to change this to white, and that way it looks like my icon's really in there. So that's one way you could do it. You can find things with white backgrounds, and then that'll help out your styling. Let's see if it lets you do a reflection. Yeah, but it's kind of stinky. It doesn't reflect the mouse. Border. Anyway, you any picture you grab onto, you can totally like do stuff to, but I don't find much use for it if you can't remove the background. So I put a reflection on that guy. Here's what like a reflection does. You see it gives you this dumb little reflection. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to remove that. So get rid of that. So far my magazine looks cool. Let's insert our UPC symbol, choose image. Now you have to see my other video of how to get these images onto your computer. That way let's put that guy there. And then you can add more titles. You can add everything you need to add. When you're totally done with your iCloud image, let's see if there's anything else I need to show you. Text, yada, yada, yada. This changes the size of stuff really quickly. So if you wanted, like let's say I put a text box in here, it's so tiny to begin with, you could quickly change it just by saying title, and it makes it a lot bigger. And that way that'll save some time. So that's one thing you could do. Arrange, no, that's pretty much it as far as everything there goes. Picture, arrange, no, that's good. And so to hand in your assignment, just go to the little wrench over here, and you can actually download a copy. Let's see what send the copy says. Oh, that's cool. You can send a copy, but it says iCloud Mail. You might not have iCloud Mail, so I don't think that's going to work. But so what you want to do is download a copy, and that way you can, once you get your copy, you can PDF it. It's going to create a PDF and send it to your computer. I didn't name it. I should have named it. I'm so bad. Oh my gosh. But anyway, once you name it, it's going to go to your computer. Then you have to open up your mail program. Here it is as a PDF now. It's going to show up as a PDF in your browser. But you can totally just hit this little thing at the bottom. There's like a little save button down here. I'll show it to you. This little save button, and that brings it to your computer, and then you can email it to me. And that's pretty much it. That's how to make a magazine cover using iCloud. Hope that helped.